Hi, I'm Sarbeswar Shetty and passed out from NIT Rourkela in the year 2017. I'm going to explain about hybridization. So before I go into hybridization, I'm going to explain few things about BA-CPR theory, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. In BA-CPR theory, we know that the outermost electrons participate in chemical bonding, and the structure of the compound depend upon the lone pair electrons, or bond pair or bond pair and lone pair electrons. By looking into simply H2O molecule, we can explain that. So in water, the structure is like this. There are two lone pair of electrons. As the repulsion between lone pair and lone pair is very high, so they push each other. So due to which these lone pairs push these bond pair electrons. So due to which this the bond angle shortens from 109 to 104 degree 0.5. So this is explained in BA-CPR theory. Now the concept of a hybridization come into valence bond theory. So that is why I am going to explain about hybridization, how the hybrid molecules form, and how the multiple, which is not actually the formation of multiple bond is not explained in BA-CPR theory. So the formation of multiple bond is explained in valence bond theory. So in hybridization. So I am going to explain about hybridization, sp hybridization, sp2 hybridization, and sp3 hybridization, and the geometry and structure of the molecules. And we will discuss by taking few examples. So in hybridization, we know that when molecules when atoms come close to each other, the outermost electrons they get excited, or the electrons get excited, due to which the hybridization is possible. So first is by taking an example of beryllium chloride. So we'll discuss first sp hybridization. In sp hybridization there is C2H2, ethyl molecule can be there, and beryllium chloride can be there. So first we will discuss beryllium chloride, then we will go into ethyl. In beryllium chloride, we know that the atomic number of beryllium is 4. So before any other atom of chlorine approaches beryllium, that will be our ground state. When the electrons when the atom is not excited at all, it's complete in natural and stable state or lower energy state, we can say that. So in ground state, the electronic configuration of beryllium will be 1s2, 2s2. But when chlorine molecule approaches beryllium, when chlorine molecule or chlorine atom approaches beryllium, there will be exchange of energy, due to which there is an excited state. Excited state. So we know that molecules tend to go to the octet state. They need to have their electrons completely satisfied, or they want to get into a noble gas configuration. So that is why we need our excited state. So in excited state, one of the electrons from 2s orbital will jump into 2p orbital. So our excited electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s1 and 2p1. If I can write it like this, it will be like this. So in excited state, one of the electron from 2s is jumped to 2p. So we get a hybrid orbital. These only two chlorine molecules are coming to the beryllium. So we only need two single pair of electrons, so that the octet of chlorine and will be satisfied. So the first is s orbital and p orbital. They completely mix each other to form a new different kind of orbital. We know separately that the s orbital is centered around the nucleus, and p orbital is just like a double shape. Let's say our s orbital and px orbital combine. So they combine to form a new hybrid orbital, where it's like this. So one of the chlorine the, let's say 2pz of chlorine, or 2p, let's say this is in x direction, it is 2px, so this is sp hybridized orbital. So the chlorine molecule, the 3px of chlorine orbital, right, this is 3px of chlorine will combine here with sp hybridized orbital of beryllium, and also another chlorine 3px of chlorine will combine right here. So they form, here it is our beryllium, which is the hybridized orbital sp, then another, here are the 3px of chlorine and another 3px of chlorine. So according to here, we can see that the bond angle between chlorine and this chlorine is completely 180 degree, right? So this is also explained in Brioche-Pierre theory, but we will get into C2H2, ethyl molecule, where there is a formation of multiple bond. So now in ethyl molecule, we know that there are one single bond and two pi bond is there. So how the two pi bonds are forming in hybridized orbital, we are going to see to that. So then we know that the molecule is like this. The hydrogen, another hydrogen here, but one sigma bond and two pi bond are here. So if we look into carbon, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2. 2p2 being 2px1, 2py1 and 2s2. This is our ground state. Now in excited state, one of the electrons in 2s will jump into 2pz. So in excited state, the electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. Right? But we are here there is only one hydrogen is there. So there are what? There are four different single pair of electrons. So one of the hydrogen will form the 1s orbital of hydrogen and 2s orbital of hydrogen, or 2p orbital of any orbital will do. So of hydrogen will combine into this one. So there is one single pair of electron, and this carbon and this carbon, for that one single bond will be there. Then again 2py and 2pz are completely single pairs. So 2py of one carbon and 2pz of one carbon will combine with another carbon. So they will form two different pi bonds. So if I may explain it, so our hybridization will be sp hybridization, but 2py of one carbon and tpy of another carbon will combine to form a pi orbital, and here similarly 2pz of one carbon and 2pz of another carbon will combine to form another pi orbital. So if I may draw, so the structure will be like this. So one of the carbon here, another carbon here. So we have one single bond here and another single bond here between hydrogen and this one. So now another pi bond is there like this. Let's say this is 2py of one carbon and 2py of carbon number 2. They overlap sidewise to form pi bond. We know that sidewise overlap is very weak and they form pi bond. Similarly, we can see that in horizontal, in this direction, there is another pz orbital. So let's say this one is our px, which is participated in a hybridization. But now these two py and these two py are completely vacant. Sorry, one electron is there, one electron is there. They to complete their octet, they need to pair each other. So sidewise overlap happens like this. Sidewise overlap happens like this. Now we know that another z orbital is there, completely pointing out of the plane. So this orbital and this orbital, they will overlap like this sidewise to form another 2pz pi orbital. So this is how pi orbital is formed in ethyl molecule. Now if we look at the molecule, the bond angle between these three molecules is completely 180 degrees. Right? Now we'll go to sp2 hybridization. sp2 hybridization. Now molecules like BCl3 or ethyl molecule, that means C2H4, also can form sp2 hybridization. Right? So in boron, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. So this is a ground state electronic state. Now the inexcited state, the electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s1, 2p1, 2px1 and 2py1. So one of the electron in 2s orbital is jumping directly into 2p1. So this is because we need 3 single pair of electrons. So that is why we get, for each chlorine there is 1 single pair of electrons. So that is why we are getting sp2 hybridization, where 1s and px and py of boron hybridized to get a different orbital. So if we look into that, the 1s orbital is like this, is centered around the nucleus, and px is, and this is our p orbital or px orbital. Right? At the same time, py orbital also gets connected with them. Right? The 3 orbital mix to form different orbital, a hybridized orbital, that is sp2 orbital. So now they will form a different hybrid orbital by combining these 3. They will get something like this. So they will get a new hybridized orbital, that is sp2 hybridized orbital. So one of the chlorine, p of the chlorine orbital overlaps like this, another overlaps like this, and another overlaps like this. So this is our y orbital, right? This will be like this. Right? So now the bond angle. So to have a minimum repulsion between them, now they are completely planar, they are along the plane, right? And the bond angle is 120 degrees. The structure of the BCl3 molecule is completely planar, and the bond angle between the bond pair is 120 degrees. Right? Now, if we can go into C2H4 molecule, that will be now interesting. Now, in C2H4 molecule, the carbon valence is 6, atomic number is 6. The ground state electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2. Now, in excited state, one of the electron in 2s orbital jumps into 2py orbital. So, in excited state, electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. Now, so there if you write the structure like this, C, double bond C, and one of the hydrogen here, another hydrogen here, and another hydrogen here, another here. Now, look at the covalency of carbon. Carbon is one more single bond is with this carbon, another single bond is with hydrogen, and another single bond with another hydrogen. Now, so for a hybridized orbital, so sp3, sp2, they form like this. So one of the hybridized orbital will be like this. Another sigma bond is formed between one carbon and another carbon. I'm sorry. This is a hydrogen, this is a hydrogen, right? One of the carbon, one of the carbon. This one is a hydrogen, this one is a hydrogen. Now, the thing is, now the 2pz orbital is completely like this, which is not participating in the hybridization. So what happens is that there is a pi bond is in between. So the electrons will overlap, the pi bond sidewise overlap happens, right, to form pi bond. So these two pi bonds are formed like this. If you look at the molecule, it will be an electron cloud between two of the nucleus. So this will be our ethyne